all it has to do is keep water out. It doesn't need, like, why does it have to be their cheap crap plastic that runs around? So I was like, well, what would work? So I thought, well, could I do metal roofing?
Okay, this is a part of the planning too. Me getting annoyed with Michael.
Remember how we talked about using that metal? Instead of doing a typical shower surround, I was going to bring that metal, but instead of ending it at the shower, I was going to do the whole wall. Do this whole wall.
Like our accent walls.
So that the whole wall's done
with
metal.
With metal roofing.
With metal roofing.
Okay.
It's designed to keep water out. What's the difference if we do it inside or outside?
Tell them your idea with this metal roofing.
Instead of doing a traditional, bathroom tower or shower enclosure,
Why would we do traditional?
I was like, well, I could do something. Why? All it has to do is keep water out. It doesn't need, like, why does it have to be their cheap crap plastic that runs around? So I was like, well, what would work? So I thought, well, could I do metal roofing? Because it comes in full length sheets, right? Get the roofing that conceals fasteners, right? So you can't see it, and then I could make an accent wall out of it. So I was going to do a shower enclosure, but instead of doing like the traditional cheap polycarbonate panels, I was going to do metal paneling, and then wrap the whole wall with it, so it creates an accent wall with the shower just being part of it. It's no different than tile. It's just I'm using metal. Now the only question I have is, does it clean up? I don't know how it cleans up, but
That's what I said.
We're work on it. So.
This family tried it.
Cleaning is really the only big question, but metal cleans off just fine, so I don't see why it's going to be an issue. It has special coating on it and everything else, so I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, but does the cleaning stuff take the coating off, and then will it rust?
Use non-toxic coating,
Well,
and it's not going to take it off because it's a galvanized panel. It's galvanized steel. What's going to happen?
We'll find out.
This is another idea. So I was thinking about finishes then for the whole basement, and then reworking the entire basement and your current workout room that we're going to make into a bedroom. I don't think we should do that. I think we should make that a storage room, move the bedroom on the other end by the bathroom.
Yeah. Agreed.
So I can rearrange that whole thing.
Okay.
But then when I was thinking about, and then trying to make it look consistent, I could bring a 4-foot metal panel wainscot all the way around the basement.
Wainscot.
That's just
like
that's a name for it. It's a name for like a 4-foot.
I thought it was like Wayne's World.
No.
I interrupt this editing process to let you know that I Google searched wainscot, literally thinking that wainscot was like the coat of a man named Wayne. Turns out, spelled a little differently, but this is what I found is wainscot molding. And from what I can see, it's kind of like molding things, like crown molding type way to accent walls. I'm not visualizing it with the metal roofing stuff, but we shall see. Stay tuned if Wayne's coat gets added to our bathroom.
It's a covering on a wall that goes up about 4 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to meet Wayne.
So this all stemmed from
Because you wanted to do
because I wanted to
walls.
do metal for the shower because I thought it would look neat. Originally we were going to do copper, and then we thought that might date not well. So my issue was if I only do the metal panel to the shower space, I end up with a funky joint treatment, and I didn't know how to make that look good because I have to have plywood backer or some kind of backing behind the metal paneling for attachment. So instead of having to infill in between each stud cavity so that I could flush out that metal paneling with the drywall, I still thought the joint condition would look like crap and create this kind of weird caulk joint that I don't want. So I thought if I extended the metal paneling all the way, I could use, your exterior metal paneling interior corners for the sides here and here, and actually then I would carry that same condition potentially to all the inside corners so that it had consistency. Not sold on that one yet, but in doing so, I eliminate the need for any funky joint treatment or J-channel around the drywall or having to do any kind of caulking. It just cleans it up and makes it look nice.
Okay. So you want to put metal paneling on the wall, and then that saves us from drywalling 2 walls, and it's our tub.
Yeah. Now
Walls.
now I have to put treated plywood behind both of them.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna get 1/2-inch treated plywood behind both of them.
Okay. I just don't understand how you're gonna like connect the door to the.
How do you connect it through tile? How do you connect it through that cheap plastic that they create?
Yeah.
The same way you drill through it. Now I got a solid
Drill,
backer all the way
drill,
through.
baby, drill.
Corner
Why
guy.
don't we do it the whole bathroom?
The paneling?
Yeah.
I don't think it would look that good the whole bathroom. I think
Okay.
it looked better as an accent wall.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a reason behind it. So these would be a 2 accent walls, accent wall, drywall around.
Okay.
Unless we wanted to do like the other option of doing instead of drywall, if you wanted to continue kind of a similar vertical panel joint, you could get the exterior. It's called like exterior car siding is kind of the old slang way of talking about it, but it's a wood panel that has vertical joint lines in it,
Yeah.
and then it's called like a
Kind of like shiplap or no?
kind of like a board and batten style,
Oh, boy.
which is what you really like on the all the shows that you watch, the treehouse shows and everything.
I like Wayne. I like Wayne.
Board and batten looks like this. You got a gap. You got a board and then a batten to cover the joint.
Board. Oh, that's the board and batten.
Board and batten.
I thought it was like badminton.
I'm assuming that this was the board and this is the batten.
We could do. We can look into that. I can visualize it.
Because that doesn't. Then I don't have to add like plywood behind it and then redo it. I just have to add that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
The only question is you got exterior corner conditions you got to treat.
Well, that was my next question.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, this is a part of the planning too. Me getting annoyed with Michael. And he has some good ideas, and I'm willing to go along with him. But when I suggest an idea like putting a bathtub in the basement, that's controversial.
Sacrilegious.
And he wants to put metal roofing in our shower. And that's like, why would I have any questions about that? And then he wants to put outdoor flooring
In the basement.
in our basement. And he's saying, well, it's fine because water just like goes down and evaporates so it doesn't get moldy. And I'm like, well, what about poop and puke? He says, yeah, 'cause like that's not a big deal.
No, the dogs would stay out of the house. You're not talking about.
And then he says, oh, we'll just put it in our whole basement. I was like, that's a horrible idea. But my tub idea is bad.
I just didn't want to tub in the basement.
That's what I'm talking about. So you...
I think what it is, in my view, tubs don't ever look good.
So
think
it's
that's
all
what it
about
is.
looks. That's why he
That's why I
married
have my
me.
trophy wife. No, so I just don't like the way tubs look, and especially for, especially for the basement bathroom.
But I like how you use a tub.
I don't ever use it.